Alrighty, today we are talking about the iScooter i10Pro. This is obviously by iScooter, and I'll just give you a brief overview of it, and we'll be real quick, and then we'll get on the way. You got dual front and rear suspension, both spring-based suspension, both adjustable. You have a claimed 38 miles of range with a max speed claimed of 28 miles an hour. You've got actually large tires, front and rear, which is pretty neat. These are off-roading tires that are pretty large, and it helps because it has the two spring suspensions. So should get you a little bit of off-road. You can probably see it has more ground clearance than the regular scooters because obviously the bigger wheels lend to that. This is an 800 watt rear motor, and there is no front motor. You've got your rear brake on this side and your front brake on this side. So front brake works really well, rear brake also really grippy, very easy to use. And then obviously brake lights. So on this, you've got the headlight no longer on the top. This has it on the bottom, and it is a much brighter headlight. Same thing with the rear tail light here. Turn signals are no longer on the handlebars for this model. They are integrated into the turn signal, which I will show you now as I fire this up. When you turn it on, you'll notice that now there is a power button for adjusting modes and a mode switch button here. There, it is out of walk mode and into sport mode. The screen is really dim. I cannot see it in the daylight, which is unfortunate. I can see it just ever so slightly. It says 0 miles an hour, and then we have 3 out of 4 bars, I believe. Maybe we have 3 out of 3 bars. Let's check. Yeah, 3 out of 4 battery bars. Battery claimed range is 38 miles on a charge with a high speed of 28 miles an hour. Turn signals are located here. You've got an electronic horn, which does work and is very loud. Turn signal here, it beeps to indicate that you're turning. And then right down here, you can see it turning on. This works really well. It's a great system, as well as the brake light illuminating more when you squeeze the brake. Let's see if I can get my shadow there so you guys can see it. Maybe, I don't know. Either way, we are in walk mode. We're going to use the mode switch button to put it into mode 3, which is sport mode. That's the mode it's in. You'll notice up here they also have a dongle here for USB, so you can charge your phone if you have a phone mount there. I do not have that, and like every iScooter, it comes with the neat little front pouch. We are in sport mode and good to go, so I'm going to use the throttle, and we are good to go. The beeping indicates that I'm turning. It is super windy today, so I'm hoping that you guys can hear me. No problem reaching 28 miles an hour. I pressed the power button 5 times rapidly to turn off cruise control because I don't like that. And I cannot for the life of me get this scooter to connect to the app. That is the downside. Can't figure out how to get it to connect to the app. I've seen one video online of someone connecting it to the app, but it just automatically connected, and mine does not do that at all. If you hear creaking, that is in fact the spring suspension just doing its thing. It is pretty good suspension. The brakes don't squeak, which is nice because they're drum brakes. So once again, this is in sport mode. I am full throttle here, 20 miles an hour, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and 28, no problem. So we could definitely hit 28 miles an hour, no problem getting up to that. We'll go this way into this community here. Full throttle, we are going up a very slight incline. It seems like this is obviously, it's a single motor, 800 watts in the rear. They don't like going uphill, so we're going 14 full throttle up a hill. Still going up a slight incline, although it is leveling out, so you'll see it start to accelerate a little bit here. It's not that it's slow getting around either. Once you get up to that 20 miles an hour, it maintains it, no problem. Going up slight hills, it's just getting started going up hills. This is a lot steeper, so we'll go up this much steeper hill here, and I have a suspicion that it's going to slow down quite a bit. Yeah, we're dropping down to 15, 13, 14, but it tends to maintain that speed. It doesn't go below that, which is pretty cool. And getting back up to 20 miles an hour. 24. 25, 26, 27, 28. So on a slight uphill, 28 still. Pretty cool. We're gonna turn around actually, this might be a good place to check the off-road capability for you, because it has big tires. It should be meant for that, right? And here we go. No problem. By the way, once you hit dirt, that was very slippery. It slid out, the front tire did. But it's rolling. So the suspension can handle it. It's not super uncomfortable. Obviously, you can hear it bumping. Ooh, that was a big one. But no problem getting through a little bit of dirt or a little bit of gravel. We'll ride in some grass on the way back and show you guys. It doesn't mind the grass at all. All right, stopping on a downhill. Really trusting those brakes here. And we'll see about crossing. All right, so what did I get this scooter for? Well, I got it because I got myself the L2 Max, and my wife's scooter was the i10Pro, which is not great for off-road. It does have suspension, which is what she wanted, but we were hoping to get something that was capable of going off-road a little bit, or at least keeping up with my L2 Max scooter. This scooter seems to be what might fit the bill here. It's not heavier than her i10Pro, which I think is a big deal because you are getting a little bit larger motor, an 800 watt versus a 750 watt. It, however, has the exact same top speed, and you do lose range. I think you lose range because of the tires that it's with. However, on a straight path, it has no problem getting up to that 28 miles an hour, and it feels plenty stable. Now, it's very quiet. It's pretty peppy on takeoff. Again, my only complaint is I can't get it to link to the app no matter what I do. There is just no way to get this thing to turn on the Bluetooth that it doesn't have. Aside from that, I mean, it has no electronic brake, which is fine, because the i10 Pro had a problem, or the i10 Max, this is the i10 Pro, had a problem where if you hit the electronic brake, it would overheat the motor after a bunch of use, which is not exactly ideal. I'll do a little bit of, again, a little bit more off-road practice with this. This is the worst, bumpiest off-road in the area. And it's pretty, it seems to just kind of rip it up. It's not the worst in the world, it's not the best in the world, but it does get enough traction to get you out of it right here. And it does have enough suspension travel that you don't get stuck in it, which I think is kind of a big deal. If you're looking at this, I don't know what your perspective is, but I am 6 feet tall, so I'm bending over in the hopes that you can see the handlebars, but this is me standing full straight up here. And yeah, hopefully, I mean, to me, this is a very enjoyable scooter. I wouldn't say it's an upgrade from the i10 Max, because you do lose some range. But I would say it's an option to consider if you want some off-road capabilities, or, you know, a little bit more traction with the wheels, because it does have those off-road tires, a little bit bigger wheels, and dual front suspension and dual rear suspension, which it already had, but this switches it from hydraulic to spring, and it's adjustable. So if you are a lighter weight person, you can adjust it to be lighter weight for you. All right, so coming to a complete stop here, and I'm just going to give you guys a quick little acceleration test. 0 to 20, I think, is a good call, and you guys can kind of see how that looks like. It has a no start, which is really cool. It means you don't have to push off to start, which is how I like them to be, and we're going full throttle right now. 17, 18, 19, 20. So however long that was. And again, this is that nice part, like I said, when you get to areas that are otherwise really, really, really bumpy, you don't have to worry about it. All right, so is it the fastest scooter in the world? No. It is an extremely good price on their website. I can't tell you what it is because every time I tell you guys a price, it seems to be a little bit cheaper, because they always seem to make these a little bit cheaper. But this is it's a fantastic scooter for the money. I do not regret purchasing this one bit. I think it's a great scooter. Yeah, I've been pretty impressed with the two iScooters now that I've purchased, at least performance to price ratio. So pretty cool.